I'm Jake Clark, and this is my teaching strategy project for ELPS 853, Project 1. My current events class and I will be showing you the numbered heads together strategy. So the first thing we're going to do is figure out our groups. So I need everybody to draw a card, any card. There'll be three different groups of three, two groups of three and one group of four. I don't have enough cards. So I'm going to give, no, I'll have enough. I'm going to give whatever one I come to first out of this. And you are king. So, if you have a king, let's go to that front corner over there. The three kings go to the front corner over there. If you have an ace, this front corner, and if you have a queen, kind of in the back middle.
What about me?
I have a jack.
Yeah, me too.
Oh, sorry, I must not have aces. Sorry, jacks, not aces. So you guys will be here. You guys will be here. Okay, so these are going to be your three groups. Okay, now what I'm going to do is I'm going to give all of you a number 1 through 3. So ace will be 1, 2 will be 2, 3 will be 1. So for the group of 4, one of you gets lucky and does not have to share. So whichever one of you draws the 6 out of here does not have to share. Since we have an odd number. You still need to be part of the group though. Just pick one.
I can borrow ideas from everyone else in this group.
Okay, so keep your number so you know what you are. I'll take your 6 back. It's all random.
Luck of the draw.
Luck of the draw. That's right. Okay, so keep in mind what number you are. Now your task. Up here we have a list of all the topics that we have covered so far this year. Okay, including school uniforms. Yes, so everything we've covered this year is on there. So you have about 10 minutes. You can use the Chromebooks. You can talk. You can use any notes you've taken. You have about 10 minutes to come up as a group with the three of these that you feel are the either most relevant to you, the most important to you, the ones that you have the biggest opinion about, whatever. And each of you is going to have to share one of the three that you pick. So you might want to pick one that is really more geared towards you, and then decide who's going to do which one. Okay? Once we've done that, I'm going to decide 1, 2, or 3. So all the ones are going to share. So if Austin has a 1, he'll share. If DeCarlo has a 1, he'll share. Peyton has a 1, she'll share. And then we'll do the 2s and then the 3s. Okay? So you need to come up with your 3 most important, most relevant topics. And when you share, you need to say why it's important or why you picked it. And then what your opinion is on that topic. Okay? So basically like what we've done on the homework assignments so far.
So just your opinion, not the group's opinion?
Yeah, but you need to talk about them as a group.
Okay.
Okay? You understand what you're doing. You can use any notes, Chromebook, anything you want to research it, but I'll give you about 10 minutes, okay, to come up with it.
Okay, so
And it's okay if groups have the same one.
what's the most important? You should pick one that you can talk about.
And it's okay to write it down.
We can write our opinion down.
You can write it down if you want to be able to reference it.
What's your favorite? My actual most important one. I'd say your most important. Okay. Do you have a notes for all that or no? I have notes for, I can send it to you. Send it to you.
Obviously, there's going to be some there that are not that important to any of you. we're done, we'll put the top choices up there, so we, for example, if every group has the same ones, then we'll know what's the most important to the class.
And the ones I am for. Yeah, so.
I can give you some hints about some that might be relevant because they've been in the news a lot lately, at least in the political world. Obviously in our state of Illinois, minimum wage, been in the news recently. Of course, gun control, always in the news, especially New Zealand yesterday.
Which state is it that's trying to get rid of the death penalty?
Which state's trying to get rid of it now?
I just heard about it on the news not too long ago.
What you got going?
They currently like 70 inmates.
Let's see. Global warming, climate change, obviously a big one.
What's the question? California.
Whatever is important to you. Give your honest opinion. Pick one.
Just like, I think we're.
6.1 million. It's your opinion. Now whatever you want. California.
Figures. Border wall. A lot of the ones we talked about at the beginning of the year, not really as relevant now because there's already been laws that have kind of established where we're at on those. As far as gay marriage, for example. But I mean, you can still pick that if it's still important to you. It's legal now. Or why it's important to you or why it's relevant. Why did you pick it? Hopefully it's not just because it was like the easiest one. Sure you are.
Yeah, I don't think we should do this.
Okay. Why is it relevant? Why does it matter? Okay, because it affects you because you're in school. Right. You can handle it.
Okay, but I don't know why.
It could be relevant just because you have a strong opinion on it.
Okay, so,
Like, for example, if you were participating, if you guys were old enough to vote, and you were gonna go vote in an election, which one of these topics would like be a swing for you? Like if there was a candidate that came out and said, I'm gonna totally 100% try to go around Congress and get the border wall built. Would that be something that you would be like, no, don't do that, or yeah, do that? That's just an example. Or if, whichever one of these, I guess, makes you feel upset or happy or moves you one way or another. And then if you want to share with your group, see how they think it sounds, then you're more than welcome to do that. Yeah, look like you already got 3, huh? Got your 3 already? Did you draw the 6? share with you my most important three after you guys share yours. Write them down. You guys already got your three, too? I'm still working on mine. Okay. Yes, I will.
I might not be back out now.
Hope so.
Gotta do that interview. Or no.
Yeah. Oh, mock interview. Good luck.
Well, you wanna get Bailey over here in our group?
There's an idea.
Is it in your desk?
I like the healthy discourse back there.
Yeah, why, that's my trouble, sure, why, yeah. Yep, yep.
We should have complete.
Why is it relevant to you? Why is it relevant to you? Due to the motion and the test? Definitely. This is what I was thinking. I had one call 2 days ago. This is what 2,750. So basically, you're just getting a free United States. This is what most of the inmates.
No, we'll make it up for a year.
In my opinion, that would be fine. This is so relevant to me, exactly, not just within our prison. Also, relevant to me because here in the past few days.
No, but those, you guys ready?
Shouldn't.
All right, are you ready? We're gonna start with our ones, and we're gonna start with the Isaac and Haley group here. So whoever, DeCaro wasn't your one, was he?
No.
Okay, you? If you want to, sure.
All right. Well, this is a decent amount, so. Well, I picked the death penalty. As of March 13th, 2019, which was just 2 days ago, there were 2,651 inmates that are in death row in the United States. This is obviously a lot of inmates that are on death row. Most of the inmates that are on death row have been placed there for many years, and I believe that is wrong. The reason this is so relevant to me is because I care what happens within our prisons. It'll also become really relevant to me due to California's governor in the past few days trying to get rid of the death penalty in the state of California. I believe that prisoners should not be put in death row unless they are 100% convicted, which I believe a lot of people kind of agree on. With that being said, I only believe that inmates should be placed on death row if it is because of a murder that they have committed. I believe the death penalty is a good thing to have because personally I believe in an eye for an eye system, and is also a cheaper alternative than housing a prisoner for a life sentence.
Good, thanks, Isaac. All right, let's move over to the three amigos in the back there. Who's your number one? Pamela, what do you got? You don't have to come to the front room if you don't want.
Yeah, I do.
Okay.
Mine is abortion.
Abortion? Okay.
Why I think it's relevant is there's still people that protest outside of abortion clinics and like Planned Parenthood. And well, like, I don't think it's right for people to be fighting for it to become illegal when there's more reason for people having abortions than just they want to. Like, if they were raped, I feel like that's okay. Or like, if they can not take care of a child, then I also believe that it is okay for them to have an abortion. Or like, if there's a child with like a mental illness, or they can't take care of it, or it has like a potential chance of dying, then I think it's okay.
Or if the mother dying, the mother may die. Okay, anything else? Good. All right, who's our one on this side? Isaac?
I chose gun control.
Gun
Gun control because there's been a lot more shootings going on recently. There's already been 25 this year, and we're not even a third of the way through. And a recent survey actually says that there's about 400,000 guns just in America alone, and those numbers have been rising adequately throughout the years. As a result, I think that laws involving gun control should be like restricted, maybe make it harder to obtain guns, or just get rid of military-grade weapons like ARs and all that. Countries like Canada have gotten rid of guns entirely, and there's a much lower crime rate, but I don't think America would do this because of the Second Amendment. But I think that it'd just be better if we were to restrict them because there would be less shootings and more people can send their kids to school without having to worry about them being shot up.
Very good. Very good. Okay, our twos, you're not a two? Okay, so we'll come back to you. Our two from the middle group.
I chose gun control.
Gun control.
Because it was just a shooting yesterday that killed 49 people. And I'm for gun control because it can help prevent those types of things from happening, kind of as you mentioned with Canada.
Okay, is there anything in particular with gun control you'd like to see that? You want to see guns taken away completely?
Well, no, I mean, like, I can understand some people having guns that are hunting, but like, not like military weapons and stuff that some people have, and like, make it harder to get them, I guess.
Okay, all right, good. Our two over here. Sarah?
Yeah. I did over, what was my number? Felon voting. I don't think every person who has committed a felony should not be able to vote, but I think if you've like committed murder, then you don't have the right to, like, I think once you kill someone, like, that right has been automatically taken away. You shouldn't have the right, because then that person who you murdered can't vote, so why should you be able to vote? But I think if it's something, if it has anything, like, it's not a huge felony, like, it's not that big of a deal, I think you should still be able to vote, because you're already going to prison. And if there's 6 million people who cannot vote each year, and I think that, like, that's 6 million votes that could, like, change what happens, so.
Okay, do you think that people should be able to vote while they're in prison?
No, because you're being punished, so you shouldn't be able to have,
But once they get out, even if they have a felony?
I think once you have completed your whole sentence, then you should be able to go after that.
Including probation.
Yes.
Okay, so kind of like, not what Illinois does, but there's Illinois you cannot, you can vote while on
Yeah.
probation. Okay, felon voting. Write that down. All right, now we're on to our threes. Haley, you're up.
I chose gun control. I think it's relevant to me because, again, like Julie said, there was a shooting yesterday and there's been a lot within the most recent years. I don't think that we should have complete gun control and you should be able to get guns to like go hunting or protect yourself. Like my parents have guns and whatever. But I don't think you should be able to have military grade assault weapons and it should be harder to get like for background checks and different stuff.
common sense gun control,
Yeah.
okay? All right, Peyton,
Okay, I chose felon voting because, like, okay. People that have committed felonies have already proved that they're, like, not trustworthy, so I
Okay.
think they shouldn't be able to, until they're completely, like, done with their sentence, probation, parole included, and they need to have a background check after that, to make sure they're, like, not crazy.
well,
Because then, like,
what about probation and parole? Because you have to check in when you're on probation and parole,
okay,
does
but,
that
like,
count as a,
no,
no, you want even after that,
yeah, like, right, when you're done with that,
okay?
like, the final one, and then you can, whatever.
Okay.
Yeah.
I can partially agree. They've made bad choices, so how can you trust them? I can kind of agree with that part. All right, our last three, Mr. Reed.
Alright, I picked school uniforms because we're still in school and it's better than talks before for years.
Okay.
I believe schools shouldn't have school uniforms because it basically takes away, freedom from the students. Arguments for it, or against it, is, that school uniforms restrict students' freedom of expression. I believe that students should be able to express themselves through the clothes they wear, things like that. Most students don't like school, and I think this would just cause them not to like it more. Students should be able to have the right to express themselves.
Okay. All right, so it looks like gun control and felon voting are the two most relevant to this class choices. If I had to add in on this, I would pick this one, and I would pick minimum wage, and I would pick military intervention. The reason I would pick gun control is probably the same that all of you have said. It's just eventually something has to be done to try to slow down mass shootings, because it's scary how common they've become. Then you hear about them on the news for a week or so. They talk about how they're going to do some gun control, and then they move on to something else, and nothing ever seems to get done until another one happens, and then they talk about it again. I picked minimum wage just because in our community, a rural community like this with small business, I think minimum wage raising the minimum wage can really affect small business owners due to the fact that they might have to let workers go, raise prices, whatever, if the minimum wage goes up to $15, which it's going to within the next 5 years. Okay, military intervention, I picked that one because, again, it's money related. Our government is however much in debt. We cannot continue to send our troops over to foreign conflicts that really have nothing to do with us to overthrow dictators. I'm kind of in the Ron Paul camp on that one, where it's becoming commonplace where Trump has done. One of the things that I do agree with him on is his not doing that as much. He's actually pulling troops out, which some disagree with too. But I just think it costs a lot of money. It costs U.S. soldiers their lives. So that was why I chose the third one. That is my third one. All right.